And I'm boning means Bulbasaur in the same place, said Bulbasaur. What's boning me? Anyway, Guten Tag once again, I am MaxSmartable, Smartable, with, of course, my normal nickname being Finazol Malconcorda. In other words, it's the only one I call myself. It's now sort of stopped raining, but it's still rather cloudy. And it's not really as dark anymore, that's why I turned up the light. You saw in the previous video. Anyway, enough of pleasantries, let's get back to Mismagius Magic Part 6. And I'm, damn it, I need to get a girlfriend. Squirtle grumbled. We're all rooting for you, though, even though we're not really real, Charizard said cheerfully, punching Ash in the arm and nearly breaking it. Ow! Thanks! I think, said a very thoroughly confused Ash. Wait, was I able? Okay. Ash, my boy, are you ready for your greatest challenge yet? Professor Oak asked, walking into the room. Professor Oak, what are you doing here? Asked the surprised Ash. Why, I'm here to see you battle, of course. Just I've come to see you fight in all your other big league finals. With your mother, the funny scientist pointed out. After all, it's not like I don't have anything more important to be doing back at the lab. Anyway, I'm here to send you off with one of my patented Pokemon Senryo. Sorry, poems. Oh, I actually make a reference to the Japanese version. Yay! Where Oak actually said poems every once in a while. Weird ones, too. They were always in a haiku formation. They were known as Senryu. Anyway. Yay, Ash said that certainly. It actually says a hymn in there. Winners come and go. Legends Winners come and go. Legends fade and are forgot. Nothing lasts for long. The professor recited. That's supposed to fill me with confidence? Ash asked. No, I was just pointing out that famous fleeting. Oh yes, all your old rivals came with me. They wanted to say something to you. Oak said as some young man entered the room. Ash, I just wanted to tell you that you're the best. You've come farther than I ever could, and all I can say is congrats. You've done well, and I know that whatever happens next, you deserve to win. Gary, the professor's grandson, told Ash, shaking his head. Okay, Blue. Yeah, what he said, Richie commented, patting Ash on the back. Wow. Thanks, guys, Ash said, rather touched. Next was Harrison, who had defeated Ash in the Silver Conference, looking uncomfortable. Ash, I have a confession to make. He sighed and closed his eyes. I cheated in our match. Ash and his Pokemon gasped. What? He screamed in disbelief. I gave Blaziken super hot chili before our match, so his fire would be really stoked. If it weren't for that, your Charizard would have won. Harrison told Ash. Aha! I know it! Charizard roared triumphantly in the background. Really sorry, Ash. This has been weighing on me ever since that day. If I hadn't immediately lost some of a trainer in the next one, I would have given you the prize I might have won, Harrison lamented. I hope you will forgive me for the victory I stole from you, the victory that was rightfully yours. Ash narrowed his eyes angrily. If it weren't for the fact that you just told me you cheated and kept me from being in the top 4 of the Silver Conference, I might have. Charizard kill! With pleasure! Charizard roared, descending on the screaming Harrison like a flaming angel of death. Ash, an uneasy Pikachu said as Harrison proceeded to burn Harrison alive. What? It's just a dream, so I can get away with something like that, can't I? Ash pointed out. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good point, Ash Pikachu admitted. Then maybe I should mention I also cheated in our match and gave my Meowth steroids, Nervous Tyson said, edging towards the door. What? Yelled Pikachu, cheeks sparking and electricity flaring up all around him. Ash? Kill! Ash ordered, pointing at Tyson, who screamed and ran but couldn't escape Pikachu's lethal electrocution. Enraged Mouse poured volt after volt into the cheater's body, causing him to shriek and convulse in agony as his clothes and hair burst into flame until he finally died a blackened and sizzling form. Sceptile nodded to himself. Now it all makes sense. There's no way a Meowth could have ever beaten Pikachu. He had to have been cheating. He shrugged. Or at least that's what you and Pikachu think deep down anyway, which is why this is occurring in your dream. Same with Harrison and Charizard. Just an interesting psychological tidbit. The purple-haired Paul was next. Ash, I know I may be a jerk, but I want you to know I never cheated. So die! Chimchar, eyes red with foam and spittle flecking from his lips, shrieked as he pounced on Paul and proceeded to light him on fire and crap all over him with flaming poo and chew his face off. Oh my, why are you letting him get away with that? He said he never cheated, said an alarmed Professor Oak, or even abused his Pokemon. Ash shrugs. Yeah, but he was an asshole who treated his Pokemon like tools and threw them away when they didn't do as well as he wanted. Nobody likes him anyway. Besides, this is a dream, right? Not like that's the real Paul. Dream Paul. Right, Oak said nervously, his eyes shifting around. Anyway, you should probably get going now. Your battle will be starting any moment. Right, thanks, Professor. Let's go, everyone! Ash said, running out of the room. A still sparking Pikachu, Staraptor, Breezel, a damp Turtwig, and a Chimchar with blood dripping on his fangs and fingers ran after him. Professor Oak chuckled as he began stuffing the three corpses of Ash's rivals into lockers. Such a nice boy, isn't he, Delia? Oh yes, the best, said Ash's mother, who was helping to clean up the mess. As Ash and his team were running down the corridors of the stadium, they turned a corner and abruptly ran into Dawn and May and their teams. Not literally, thankfully. Hey May, Dawn, what are you guys doing here? Asked the surprised Ash. And why are you wearing those costumes? Oh, we're both here to enter some big contest tournament that's conveniently being held in the same building as your Pokemon Master, bound to determine who the world's greatest Pokemon coordinator is, said May, who was wearing a dress that made her look like a Roselia. And we're wearing these costumes because the judges said we had to, said Dawn, glancing down at her own outfit, which made her look like a veneering. You don't think this is too skimpy, do you? Ash shrugged, being too oblivious, as always, to notice anything like that. It's fine, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. Blaziken tapped her trainer on the shoulder. May, we have to hurry or we'll be late and can't compete. I want to get this over with quickly. I have a rendezvous with a blind date at 6. Will there be food? Asked Munchlax. Yes, but you can't have any, Blaziken said sternly. It's a date, which means just 2 people, not 3. Okay, Munchlax said with a shrug. Got you something to eat before the big fight, though. He glanced at Eevee, who screamed an alarm and quickly hid behind May's leg. I actually feel ready for this, Squirtle said bravely. I feel like I have a whole new backbone, and drank a big steaming bath of courage. Bring our opponents on, I'll take them all on, with one hand tied behind my back. That's the spirit, Breezel said, admiring Squirtle's newfound courage. Hey kid, wanna go one-on-one after I'm through trashing the whatever loser we have to fight to be recognized as Pokemon Masters? Sure, why not? I feel like I can take on the whole world! Squirtle boasted, popping out his chest. May glanced at the turtle anxiously. I'm not really sure that's a good idea. Who cares? At least I'm finally being used again after being at the Petalburg gym for months on end, Beautifly squeaked happily. Isn't it great, Skitty? Skitty was too busy brainlessly chasing her tail to reply. Shirisu, for that matter. Chasing her own tail, that is. Not Skitty's. I feel especially ready for this too, especially now I've evolved into an all-powerful Empoleon, Dawn's starter Pokemon, who was no longer a scrawny Piplup, boasted as he flexed his fingers. Yeah. How'd that happen anyway? Dawn asked Empoleon, who just shrugged. Baneri nibbled on her fluff a little, pulled it up to hide how red her face was, and tipped over to Pikachu. Pikachu, you wish us lots of luck, right? Yeah, sure, of course, Pikachu said awkwardly, edging away from a bunny a little. Baneri's rather obvious affection for him made him more than a little nervous at times. I'm sure you guys will do great. Baneri turned her back to Pikachu for a moment so he couldn't see how giddy happy his comment made her when she regained some control over herself. She turned back around and moved a little closer to Pikachu. Thank you, and I know you'll do great too. After all, you're the greatest Pokemon in the world. Much to both their surprise, she leaned forward and gave him a quick kiss on the cheek. Pikachu startled and his cheeks sparked up, and both of them yelped and jumped away from each other. Oh, of course, I'm sorry, Pikachu stammered, a horrified look on his face as Baneri cringed away from him. Face buried in her fur. Did I hurt you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean, you just surprised me, and No, it's okay. Baneri said quickly, looking back up at him. I shouldn't have been so forward, she swallowed, licked her lips, and looked away. Actually, I kinda liked it. Pikachu stared at her, eyes wide. This is my impression of that. She blushed and looked back at him. Their eyes met, and they stared silently at each other for a moment. Until Breezel started obnoxiously singing, Pikachu has a girlfriend, Pikachu has a girlfriend, Pikachu has a girlfriend. It was cut off when Pikachu, without even looking, blasted him with several hundred megawatts of electricity. Oh, dang, we're really off time. Very sorry about that.